Ababa, yeah. Oh, the Babylon, and they sing in Ethiopia. See, they're talking about who is gonna die next. Say the white man has got a God complex. If we black, he's a black. He's a black, black, black. Say it loud. If we black, he's a black. He's black on black. Why can't we learn to live and love each other? Why can't we live with one another like sisters and brothers, I would say? Yeah. Can't you see the time we live within? Can't you see the ages we live within, as I would say? Why can't black brethren learn to bite up and live with reasoning? Yeah. We black, it's a black. It's a black, 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 black on black. You love the game and still you got a lot to complain. But do not think to be ashamed, you got no one to blame, as I will tell you. Got no one to blame, as I will say. African sound, it's a sound of reality.
Yes, we're there with your things and times, sad news and expression.
East, west, north and south, sun, moon and stars. Give thanks for all the greatness that Jah made for us all. We don't need no war. Happy birthday, happy anniversary. Say happy birthday, happy anniversary. Give thanks for the years that we've spent having fun, be joyful, have a good time. Happy birthday, happy anniversary. Spread your love, I say yes for you, man. Happy birthday, happy anniversary. It's a true joy of living. Happy birthday, baby. Still I could remember I never have a birthday party. I never celebrate no Halloween. We were taught to say, God save the Queen. Anyway, the greatest day is Mother's Day. Even though she never had much, every day I said was Thanksgiving. Happy birthday, happy anniversary. Spread your love, spread joy. It's your anniversary. The words of the wise man, it teaches the style. You're never too old to learn. You're never too old to learn. I say happy birthday, happy anniversary. I celebrate this one a little like a little birthday party. Even though my mama never get married, even though that's even me. Happy birthday, happy anniversary. Happy birthday, happy anniversary. Happy birthday, it's your anniversary. Your anniversary. Happy birthday, happy anniversary. happy water cold. Mommy happy running cool, mommy send on to school. Mommy happy buy clothes, mommy buy shoes. Everything I said, the thing I think that mommy do. Everything I said, my poor mommy have to do. But happy birthday, mommy. Happy anniversary. Oh, happy birthday, baby. Whoever you may be. If it's your birthday, have a good.
Yes, we have to remember with family.
My brothers and my sisters, now this is a message of love. Oh, yeah. And if only everyone could learn to live in love and unity, then things would be better. Not only things would be better, but the world would be better. All right. Walking down the streets in Africa, Africa, looking at the sky in Africa, searching for a place which is Africa, Africa. And there's no need for wars in Africa, Africa. Don't you know that it's true, that for me, and for you, slavery abolished. Don't you know that it's true, that for me, and for you, the world is a ghetto. Wondering where I'll find peace and rest. Somewhere there's a home, sweet at night.
Yes, we spin that one for our brethren, Shabazz, who have left us. Many people ever know him say Melik Shabazz, the filmmaker, the film producer, the real street historian of that which we have experienced, we have lived in England. Shabazz. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala take your soul in peace. And may your family at this time really reflect on who you are and who you were. And may we also, not just for him, but for ourselves, reflect on who we are and who our families and our loved ones and our brethren and sisters were and are in the spirit. It seems that all of the black people right now are celebrate because England beat Germany. Oh, me know that. Me look for my phone. Yeah. And Sterling again, you know. Sterling. You see it there? I tell you, me don't predict the other day, you know. We're going to go everywhere. Not we as in England, you know. And we could have one of the black youth, them, the British black, could have scored a goal that win whatever it is. And no government or anybody's going to say anything like what them do with the European decision. But what them say? A sport, you know. But Shabazz, yeah, and family. And for the Tipper Tone family, and me and your father this, for those who have not and never realized that, as Sean Ranks, father, that, listen.
Here we go. So look.
Listen.
If anybody is watching,
now tell you,
this sounded so good to me, I had to let y'all hear it. So I'm gonna turn this camera around, I'm gonna give it to my homeboy, and we're gonna hit this.
Listen. Yeah, you see we as African people, we're creative beyond creative. We don't imagine in vain things. But what we lack is leadership, individual, self, and reflective leadership. That's what we lack. And I pray God Almighty, before me dead, I can see my family, my children, and our people, us, accept that responsibility. We are beautiful people. Listen to this composition. Tear off your clothes. There goes my baby. You're such a lucky guy to have a girl like her. But it was just my imagination. Baby, just running away with me. Just my imagination. Running away with me. Soon,
can visualize it now. This could be a dream, no dream or too real. All the same. But it was just my imagination. Once again, running away with me. I tell you it was just.
See, so we're gonna close off the show with them type of sound they still, you know. Oh, that's sweet. Shibaz.
What's going on? What's going on? Oh, oh, oh. Must be a divine. Oh, time must be a divine. Tell you, mother, mother, we don't need to escalate. Oh, brother, brother, brothers, we don't need to calculate.
You know why? A Shabazz, man. And we grow together. You make the man out there so past this. We grow together so we know what take place. Listen.
What's going on? What's going on? Oh, oh, oh. Must be a divine.
Yo, Finsbury Park. Saddle up good, man. We always grieving, but it's life, you know what I mean? We are going through what life offers us, you know? I tell you, we all have to go through it. We all have to pass through it. You understand? But he made Africa, and that we are trying to say.
What's going on? What's going on? Oh, oh, oh. Must be a divine. Oh, time must be a divine. Tell you, mother, mother, we don't need to escalate. Oh, brother, brother, brothers, we don't need to calculate. You know we've got to find a way. Brother, brother, brothers, there's far too many of you crying. Oh, brother, brother, brothers, there's far too many of you dying. You know we got to find a way to bring some love in here today. You got a wicked life. I tell you when a wicked tips. Baby, don't you bother me with your brutality. Come in and talk to me so that you can see. Brother, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Sister, what's going on? Brother, what's going on? What's going on? Going on? Don't go and talk about my mother.
Yes, Shabazz. And our moments, as young men up and down the streets of London and their rounds, you know what I mean? All Hackney, Phoebes, and yeah.
If the music make you move, 'cause you can dig the groove. Groove on. Groove on. If you feel like you wanna make love under the stars above, love on. Love on. 'Cause whenever don't you, oh, you gotta do your thing, yeah. If there's something you wanna say, but talking is your only way, rap on, oh, rap on. If you feel like you wanna scream, 'cause that's your way of letting off steam, scream on, scream on. 'Cause whatever's taunting you, oh, you gotta do your thing, yeah.
See? And that's what he did. You understand? We came up in a very progressive African Caribbean central mindset of peoples. And we had very good esteem front runners are not leaders, but they were up front, our elders. And even though we didn't agree with everything from all of them, they kept us in check and we kept them balanced as young people. And we thought as far as Islington and Hackney goes, right? Because yesterday and today, some people would have said that them North London people are weak hearts because we never burn up with parents them place and we never burn up the area where we live. And then you still have some people that say that we follow Michael X and all the way a thief. And we contest that. We contest that strongly. But we never get to see the film. See? We contest that strongly. Extremely strongly. Because we were informed and educated to battle oppression, racism, and discrimination in the court, and all forms of abuse in the court. While other people them burn up the place where them live, where them reside, through emotion, natural, but no leadership, no proper advocate. But we had that, and we thank God for that. And we thank our families for instructions. Yes. And we were able to still have institution. Because all the actors them, the British, all the actors them in Britain had to pass through Cascades. And before they were born into Keskedis, they had to pass through Black House. That's Islington. And before them reach even Black House, they had to pass through Rav Straker, the institution of African history across the world. Called him a bookworm. But him not talk book. He made them available. He made them available. He never go around talking about this book and that book. Him talk about what him have and what people them should remember and reflect and come and research and read. And God bless him. He's gone also. And him never get the funds that he needed or the organization would have required. So even today they keep saying that we were soft, weak soft. And in this time, do we go to the court? We let all kinds of people them under covert recognition and wanting to be within the establishment and continue and to receive a salary and continue to receive a big salary work against us. And sit in their nice apartments in Shropshire and Ray, West Hampstead and East Finchley and North Finchley and Ray, and say what they want to say pertaining to African Caribbean black people. I had to say that. I saw them talk. And so on. Michael said we shouldn't do that. And anybody we find doing those things, we need to strip them down. That's the time we come up in. We were motivated and encouraged to demonstrate our protest. We did those things, but we didn't protest or demonstrate our march in our area. We formulated ourselves, or gathered in our area, and we go to where? 10 Downing Street, not High Park, not Trafalgar Square. We are go there for? We are go to the seat that control the power, the institutional seat. We even went Buckingham Palace. That's why all y'all see right now, beside the Beaver people them, all the other police enforcement that come out there, is because of us. Why? Because we were instructed to demonstrate and march on that place and make Her Majesty and her family know say that we not feel good. You understand? I saw things Michael instruct us to do. Okay. When we go to Downing Street, we always add some literature, some documentation to hand in to the Prime Minister. Not to some boy, not to some news media, newspaper, the Standard, the Mirror, or the Daily Sketch, or them people that run Sketch. Huh? And the Express. No. We are wait for the Prime Minister. And we insist that the Prime Minister come out of the place and face us. Now, what you get in High Park, you get right there down in the street. A dialogue. You understand? Now, who used to be a High Park before? Marcus Garvey and him followers are the people who support him, along with a man named, well, Webster come much later, but enough other people. When me come on out, this man, preacher man named Webster, him used to hold the biggest position down there. Yo, me not 150, you know. Okay, so what I'm saying is Malik Shabazz and many others is still here. And to no real recognition of what people them call themselves out there as activists, but they're YouTubers and Facebookers and all these things, we will continue to miss them because their presence and their voice are not being requested. So they would leave us and our children and their grandchildren would not know of them. That's a crying shame that we live and we sought for freedom and goodness of life, and we have some real pioneers, starting from our families, our parents and everything. And we just let things pass us by, which is natural, but we don't commemorate and support our people. We want to go on and talk about them as heroes after they have passed. It's a lot of changes we need to do. Because if he's important, some of his work, to the British establishment, he will be in institutions. It will be talked about in universities, sociology, psychology, and culture expos. And then the art of films and art and culture. There's so much that they will do when they find it necessary. But where are we? Why don't we have that potential, which we do, but why don't we strive for that? It's information, it's education. It's a direction that would take us somewhere and advance the minds of our young ones. So they see themselves beyond sports, play, and amusement as important peoples. Fame, as in basketball, sports, and so forth, that's artificial. There's no liberty in that. It's just excitement. It's not even a plausible application, but it has its requirements. True stresses, release of stress. But if we're not the ones that dictating the thing, then we're just amusing ourselves at the expense of ourselves, while others are benefiting. and they benefit through the release of stress and tension, and then them gain economically, whilst we seek for artificial fame. Shabazz wasn't one of those people. He never took his mindset to seek Hollywood to be this great director of. And some people say, yeah, he should have. No, he didn't. He didn't have those. He stayed. His art was African. His growth was seeing, feeling, and wanted the repatriation and the love of Africa. Wanted to feel it, taste it, and make good in life. Yeah, joke, man. People, wake up, because tomorrow the newspaper that I write now, them going to be Cain, put a seal on that which just happened. Not the one who broke through and score, right? Which heads the whole thing, you know. Because 6 goals could have scored after that is the one that start the thing and put you in a position to say that you can win. Not the one that come after. The one that start the thing. In any game. Basketball start off 0-0. You could have scored 1 point. You could have scored 2 points or 3 points. That means it is that those points to nail to you. If for whatever reason the game stop or finish, and that is the score, you won. Because the other team never get first score. The point I'm making, you know, the importance of that African black youth is only important to us. Where is our newspaper and our media to make that be understood to us? Self-gratification. It's not there. It's not there. What if a black people them going pub? Hey, yo, you see how the government still? They're going to let the pub them be open. Everything I happen now, you know, because them said them win. They're through. You understand? I tell you. And me, I'm banging on about the racial projection. Meantime, the Palestinians are losing their land, losing their homes. Them take Al Jazeera off the astro sky. You have to find Al Jazeera on some computer link, which is a replay, which does be replay of the thing. So, yo, you see the man Trump? And I have to look into the thing properly, man. The man was so right in so many things, may I tell you. Them take a Chinese station off now, how much months? And then some African stations come on. And some Turkey and a Turkish station. So you have some African channels. And 2 of them are news. They're all news, but one of them seem like Breakfast TV because they're always talking about something. Round table. Very good still. And it seemed like 2 of them is based in England or they're transmitted from England, something like that. But Al Jazeera is very prominent and to give you a world view on every country, France, Europe and America. And then you have RT, which definitely gonna be going soon. Because them not gonna let Russia stay there like that. I tell you. So when you look at these things, and one of the African channels, they get Caribbean news on weekend. Not every day. And weekend, a summary of Caribbean news. I think it's Saturday, you know. But you get it once a week. Not a summary of the news across the Caribbean islands. Look how things are. And we did it, you know, for many years. And we still don't have no supermarket, no bank, no broadcast network, you know? And we're African Caribbean peoples. We have got no representation. That's why I started with the Islington Shabazz, our growing up, our walk in the streets, and the street education that we receive. Because the education we receive now is not criminalization education on the street, you know. Streetwise is not that. Streetwise American, streetwise these guys that go around the place and go countryside and have all their little dances and jungle and everything. That are criminal activity. Our streetwise is to understand how to combat racism and our forms of oppression and still keep ourselves, keep our lives proper and support our families with dignity. Yes, and don't be seen by the state as criminal. Most African Americans are seen as criminal. And they wanted the same thing happening here. We had good advisors and leaders who understood that and put us in the right place and the right mindset so those things not happen. But look what is actually happened now. Them look upon Brixton, Peckham, and so forth as areas of criminality. So something happened between 1 and 5 miles outside the boundary of them areas. Them guys say that the perpetrators come from those areas. And now, like Peckham now, anything happen across Croydon, is always seem that Peckham must be mentioned. And look at the distance. So you got Peckham, Croydon, Brixton, and Stockwell. We don't hear nothing about Battersea anymore. Cause when I grew up now, it used to be Battersea, Brixton and Battersea. Yeah, joke, man. People, them, you see? Birmingham, them say Handsworth. You understand? Just like that. Especially late evening. And they don't mean Asian, you know, because them shop closed and them gone. Them gone into Aston and them place there. We have to start doing something before something keeps doing us. Sterling.
If the music make you move, 'cause you can dig the groove and groove on, groove on. If you feel like you wanna make love under the stars above, love on, love on. If it's something you wanna say, and talking is the only way. Rap on, oh, rap on. 'Cause whatever, oh, you do, oh, you got to do your thing, yeah. letting off steam. Scream on, scream on. You feel like you wanna sing, 'cause singing is your thing. Sing on, sing on. If you wanna make love all night, and you feel it's right, right on, right on. 'Cause whatever, oh you do, oh you got to do your thing now. Do your thing.
It's the life that I always have to remember and give praises to my mother for that opportunity that she allow us to experience, really. You know? Serious thing.
Hey, from Nick Maker from Jamaica. He's stalling and sweet like candy. And the crush, I mean no rush. Cow, I mean no music and shower. Get out the rush and don't you get crushed. Some people get ready. Run, come to me, rock steady. Black people get ready. Run, come to me, rock steady. Say so. Fayampi and Ken, them were two good friends. And Yampi said to Ken, no matter do that again. Now the friendship end. Brother Yampi said no trouble, me girlfriend. Brother Yampi said no trouble, me girlfriend. This sister them a wind up them arms. This sister them a wind up in a shorts. This sister them a wind up them arms. This sister them a wind up in a short. Your mother may be sewing and the jumping may be blowing. But when this rhythm beat a better jump and shout, get ready. Ah, people, are you ready? Run, come to me, rock steady. Run, come to me when you're ready. Run, come to me, rock steady. Say so. Fayampi and Ken, them were two good friends. And I am said to Ken, no matter do that again. Now it's the friendship end. Whether I am say no trouble, me girlfriend. Say no trouble, me girlfriend. And I am and Ken, and them were two good friends. And I am said to Ken, no matter trouble, my friend. Our friendship end. Say so. Ah, people, are you ready? Run, come to me, rock steady. And if I'm right, and if I'm wrong, and let's get together and sing this song. Get ready. Run, come to me, rock steady. Run, come to me when you're ready. No matter may be sewing and the trumpet may be blowing, but when this rhythm lick, I better jump and shout, get ready. See ya, run, come to me, rock steady. Say so. For the sister, them a wind up in a shorts. Say the sister, them a wind up them arms. Say the sister, them a wind up in a shorts. I say the sister, them a wind up them arms. So people get ready. Hey. Run, come to me, rock steady. Come on to me when you're ready. Run, come to me, rock
of Zion. Oh no. If you are evil woman, you cannot enter the promised land of Ethiopia. Oh no. Better call out to Jaja. I and I, Father. Sila. I'm locked. Oh yeah. Just say not one of his children shall go down in the walls of Jericho. Let Jah arise and let his enemies be scattered away. So if you are wicked man, you cannot enter the kingdom of Zion. Oh no. If you are evil woman, you cannot enter the promised land of Ethiopia. Better call out to Jaja. Oh yeah, I and I, Father. Sila. Oh yeah, I'm locked. Yes. Yes. Oh yes, let us live as one brother and sister. If you are wicked man, you cannot enter the kingdom of Zion. Oh no. If you are evil woman, you cannot enter the promised land of Ethiopia. Better call out to Jaja right now. I and I, Father. I'm locked. Oh yeah. Just say not one of his children shall go down in the walls of Jericho. I'm telling you. Let Jah arise and let his enemies be scattered away. Oh yes. So if you are wicked man, you cannot enter the kingdom of Zion. Oh no, no, no. If you are evil woman, you cannot enter the promised land of Ethiopia. Better call out to Jaja. Oh yeah, I and I, Father. Sila. I'm locked. Oh yeah, better call out to Jaja. You better call out to Jaja. You better call on to Jah. You better call on to Jah. You better call on to Jah.
Give up your land, Mr. Government Man. Yeah. Mr. Government Man, give up your land. Mr. Government Man, give up your land. The poor man, he wants to build a home. He wants to raise a family. The poor man has got his wife and kids to live for too, you see. Hey, Mr. Government Man, give up your land. Hey, Mr. Government Man, give up your land. This land must be free, yes. The Father gave it to you and me. And I must get my share, well, I must get my share of it. So, Mr. Government Man, give up your land. Hey, Mr. Government Man, give up your land. And if they do leave on it, you'll try your very best. And if they do live on it, all you do is bulldozer them, Mr. Government Man, give up your land. live, so Mr. Government Man, give up your land. Hey, Mr. Government Man, give up your land. Give it up, give it up, give up your land. Give it up, give it up, give up your land. The poor man, he wants to build a home. He wants to raise a family. Yes, the poor man has got his wife and kids to live for two, you see. Hey, Mr. Government Man, give up your land. Hey, Mr. Government Man, give up your land. Mr. Government Man, give up your land.
Yeah. Yeah. San Diego. Number one in town. When the right time comes. From the year 1976. Not the devil ever run away. No. Marcus Garvey prophesied, said, San Diego, you're the number one. Not the devil ever run away. No. Not the devil ever run away. Marcus Garvey prophesied, said, oh yeah, man, I gonna find him back against the wall, yeah. It's a gonna be tough when the right time comes. Like some of our church retreat, for when the right time comes. Some of our church retreat, for when the right time comes. Some of our church remember. when the right time comes, like some other church retreat. For when the right time comes, some other church fears. For when the right time, when the right time comes, and when the Lamb comes, some other right time comes, and when the person comes, we might go quote the scripture. Smile and feel, I'm gonna be, yeah, the battlefield, feel, whoa, yeah.
Not that you will ever run away.
No.
Not that you will ever run away.
No, my brethren,
That is your prayer.
what am I cause?
That is your prayer.
What am I cause?
Yes, you see, now we have a situation where Ethiopia, Sudan, Eritrea, and Egypt, and that's still going with the water. But the election of Ethiopia come, and the president asked the troops of Ethiopia to remove themselves. We still have to watch that space and see what happens. And it's troublesome when things like that will take place between ourselves as African peoples. And then we have the African Union, you know, right there, Ethiopia. So, what is the stature of that place? What is it all about? Is it just to look like European people? Is something wrong? Is something wrong? There must be a better way of addressing the situation, you know? And now of a sudden, the U.S. want to flex their muscle with a new representative, you see? And they would express that by using black people, African people. And they started to speak about famine. Well, they know it's no famine, you know. But they also spoke about sexual molestation and rape and everything. Now, if that be the case, if that has happened or were happening, I would like to see the Ethiopian president arrest all those people that was involved in such atrocities. Seriously, because that's terrible, terrible. And then Nigeria, troubles escalate every day. We don't know if Afro come. We don't know if some outside infiltrators, mercenaries. Or we don't know if it's some wicked people just there in Nigeria decide to say, yo, you know what? Poverty will lick everywhere, so we're just going to demand it. No, it's terrible. Terrible. I tell you, it's terrible. But serious thing. So I'm going to play two tunes and then we want to talk something about how me see some Muslims them and a African woman in a Hyde Park I behave and what we used to do yesterday in relation to what go on today.
This is a song on off ear.
Don't worry, mommy.
Sugar Ray and Conrad Crystal for the girls there. Sure. Sing it for them.
No worry, Sasha. Cause the way me love you, me no love another. And the loving of me heart, it should be forever. You are so good to me, me no love another. Hey.
Sure.
No worry, Sasha. Cause the way me love you, me no love another. And the loving of me heart, it should be forever. You are so good to me, me no love another.
Girl, listen to the singer.
Baby, the way you love me, make me so happy, so happy. I pray that we should be together.
And have a good time every time.
Forever and ever.
Sure. You tell me you ready for sicker. And you not run from Echo go a checker. You a good girl, so a real things me tell you. Empress, you have a blessings to say me go wife. My girl, you keep it real, so me give you a thumbs up. Every time I see you, my girl, me love struck. Me not gonna let you down, my girl. The only one in a mirror, baby.
No worry, Sasha, cause the way me love you, me no love another. And the loving of me heart, it should be forever. You are so good to me no love another. Hey, 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 no worry, Sasha, cause the way me love you, me no love another. And the loving of me heart, it should be forever. You are so good to me no love another. I will always love you. Can't stop thinking about you.
Make you know, singer.
Make you on a trip for two. Yeah. I make the table for you. Special wine with chocolate and roses. Let you know you're special to me. My baby. No worries, Sasha. All the way me love you, me no love another. And the loving of me heart, it should be forever. You are so good to me no love another. Hey, hey, hey. No worries, Sasha. All the way me love you, me no love another. And the loving of me heart, it should be forever. You are so good to me no love another.
And with the girl for you coming on my life, everything bright, you keep it cool. You know love I, you ready for me? Send me have a
Well, your philosophies are wrong. They are only words of men. Well, this is what we have to say. Alright. Oh, let God be true and every man a liar. Let God be true and every man a liar. Let God be true. Well, your philosophies are wrong. They are only words of men. Well, this is what we have to say. Alright. Oh, let God be true and every man a liar. Let God be true and every man a liar. Let God be true and every man a liar. Let God be true and every man a liar. Let the Most High be true and every man a liar.
See, and I told that the Almighty are true, no matter how you look upon truth. And why we to know the truth, and once we know truth, truth will set us free. What a conversation. Yo, Slim Smith, you are a money man.
All I need from you.
And at that man, you wait till Bunny Lee gone, see? Taking advantage of privilege. And now Slim family now get no pittance from the copyright. But still a good tune, good rhythm. Yes, so me interrupt that one for my musical satisfaction. Yeah, this is a sound injection. Yo. Yes, you look on Black Chat, you see me put up historical evidence of things, historical facts and African perspectives by Africans, from Africans. Nobody not talk about the biggest lie is that some people leave Europe and go Palestine and say that they are born in Israel. Nobody not say the biggest lie is the thing them call the Bible is from God. So why them try, and people not say that nobody not, that the people them say lie upon Kemet. And they are teaching in colleges that is alien who assisted man for build pyramid. Nobody not said it's a big lie that the people in Makeme is Africans and black. They're not Europeans. They're not white people. Nobody not say that the biggest lie we tell on the earth is that you have the Antetal man, this man, that man. And then we all seem to say that we believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God Almighty, created our mother and father, if you want to go the first way, our father, as in Adam, and Eve, Hawa, as the woman. People that talk about several different species of man. And then you have all these education, these religious minded people, them involve themselves in that reasoning with Darwin and all him friend them and the ones them before him and the ones after him and so on and so on. And someone like me, a lay person, say, wait a minute, hold on. Oh, you get all these different men and humans and looking like ape and this and that and the evolution and everything. And then you come back and tell me, say, God made man in God's own image and likeness thereof. So where are these different theories you get come from? And then to make people become fascinated with their thing, them show me a whole heap of skeletons, and they always work with the heads them. And unfortunately, black people, we get sucked into it because it come like we are going like we never see head before. Skull. So all these things have been happening. I mean, I sit down and I say to myself, well, I wonder when we are going to wake up and just dismiss these people and just concentrate on ourselves. So hence me I look upon what the Muslims around Speaker's Corner have been saying. And I come across their approach to black people, to them, you know, some African brothers' approach to his own kind. And I come across a brother, an African brother, Muslim, speaking to an African sister. And he weren't polite. She weren't, he weren't, and it was one of these rare tear something. But yet still, I can't understand where she was going or where she wanted to go. But him never tried to recognize her. He was recognizing who he's working for and the video cameras them that they had there. Now that was not nice. Him could have just tell, to me, he could have just tell us, say, yeah, what, we're not on the same wavelength and move on. But in what they're all trying to show that them know. Not that we Muslims don't know and understand this Bible thing, you know. But Islam is not that. Al-Islam is not that. So we have is a problem with black youth them or black men them that are joining the propagation of Islam with all these Asian people them and not showing the life, the way of life of Al-Islam. So it's come on Hyde Park Corner, come round me, and may I show you how to debate and debunk all of these Christian-minded people. But the life of the Prophet and the life that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us as human beings, all human beings, to live, is not being projected. Similarly now, you have a whole heap of people, because you see YouTube and Google and everything, it becomes the measurement for history and the measurement for information for everyone right now. Yes. So you have things up there I try to show you so that people are debunk slavery. But here what happened? They not debunk Arabian slavery. They might debunk Western slavery. Western slavery, what do I mean? They might debunk the colonial slavery of African peoples. They're saying it was not true. And they want to say because Africans were in Europe and Africans were... So, of course we were there. That's why this platform speaks about Africans in Europe. Africans 850 years. Yo, what did I just say? Did I say 8 years or 8 months or 8 days? 850. Thereabout years Africans were in Europe. The residential spot was called Spain, Granada. Africans. Our ancestors were here. And this is part of the doctrine that them have about the Renaissance and everything. It is from darkness to light, not blackness to light. The Europeans were in a state of uncivilized, and the African Renaissance brought all them titles that them put there. That's speaking of us. But you see what happened to a lot of our people. And it's no fault of us, of ours, you know. Theological education and education per se was given to us, and has been given to us, awarded to us, by the Europeans. Now, when some of our elders have deciphered information like Eric Williams and Walter Rodney and them people there, a lot of our people were disregarding and disrespecting and disconnecting themselves from Africa, because that's how the school, the teaching was given to us. So we never see ourselves as Africans. A lot of people, it's not like we just pick up with and say, Chamina. No, it was part of an exercise. And then when the media thing come up, like television and so forth, and then put our kind of ABC was a news channel, and then put things up, they never show Africa in the lights of how them advertise the Caribbean for their people to go there. I don't know how old anybody out there is and to remember. So the Africa that all of us have seen throughout our growth in life was a despicable Africa. We see people suffering from malnutrition. We see people, them bloated stomachs, and we see people, them with a whole heap of fly about them. We see people are skin and bone. We not see no level road yet. Not that we frighten an animal, you know, but we're not seeing nothing in relation to where we are, where we were in comparison. And then little mommy, and this was a guy called Tarzan. no, this is a white guy swinging through the trees, and then at the bottom underground, there's these Africans who are scared to go across this place and that place because of the animals and the river and whatever not. But this guy, he understands transportation. So he a swing through the tree them like monkey and chimpanzee and gorilla, whereby we who live and reside in that land, the continent called Africa, we have a clue. At that, them sure we. And everything I'm saying now, may God forgive me, that's what we as children depicted. Because our activist-minded family and neighbors and others, we have to understand, to look at the thing carefully, understand the thing carefully, so then them grow children that were stupid in the sense of what were projected to us. So we as a group of children, just coming out of primary school and go secondary, we already understood that. And a lie me I tell me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. We already understood this because we had good advisors, good teachers. So when people are come say now that this is Google, Facebook, and all these people are launched something, you understand? And I'm going to make a lot of people say, yeah, hold on. And then one and two little artists from the London School of Arts and the Americans, they're taking their charcoal and create a lot of images that people will look at and say they're prehistoric. Because you have to remember, why did people them look upon this Jesus thing? Where did that come from? A great artist. You understand? And the propaganda machine of superiority went to work. And they selected this Jesus out of all the 144,000 prophets and messengers. Them selected this one, them called Jesus. And he's not a member of any prophethood or anyone. We don't know who that is. And they use that portrait, and black people have it all about them houses in England, in the Caribbean, and in Africa. And many of them see it as their Lord and Savior. The Lord and Savior, God Almighty, and Christ at the same time. So the charcoal man them are persons, they have done the same thing with a whole heap of projection saying that this is what Muslims have done, but very little of what Europeans did do. But we can go to Ghana and go to Senegal and Sierra Leone and Mali and Mauritania and these, even yet listen here, and Gambia, and see and look at their history and their logs about our ancestors. It's just that Africa seem not to be permitted to come out, project their thing outside, so we in the diaspora get to know more about Africa, and know about our ancestors. And like me blame a lot of them for not calling up my grandmother and father back home. But the evidence, information is there. Information is there. Authentic information is there. And information is in England as to how much hundreds of Africans were bought here and transported from here to the Caribbean, and were transported from here to the Americas, and were taken from the Americas here. It is here. I mean, our brother, Mr. Beckles, they've uncovered a lot of that. And before Beckles did such and others, Mikey Smith left Jamaica and come to England and uncover so much of our remains in Bradford and Bristol and show the racism that was amplified against black people in this country as black people, free black people and enslaved black people. Yes, you could have dead in London. And the people have no idea to be buried anywhere enough for them Cemetery. Them a transport you to Bristol. When Mikey unravel all these things, our honorable brother, CLR James, he looks at him and spoke to him as to say, you just have arrived. CLR James I deal with Keats and Shakespeare and all these different British authors and scholars and so forth. A very talented, well-educated, African Caribbean, British-minded scholar, CLR James. So these Johnny come lately that I work for opposing people like the girl they upon the book and so forth. We just have to be aware of understand that and don't pay too much attention, but understand our legacy and make those things make your work to make links within the African educational structure that is there. And people like Lumumba and those people, to liaise with and then leave the pandemic and start making bounds for Africa if our education one is working with. Because if it's just sound bites and pick up here and pick up there, it's not good. If it is something to help your children, my children, and other people's children for prosperity down the road, but if it's just for self-gratification, no, don't bother with it. So let's board a plane and go Africa. Walter Rodney, him go Dar es Salaam and went to school in Africa. Him did courses there and graduated, and the same university employed him at the end of him course. Dr. Eric Williams left Trinidad and South Africa. Him not sit down and talk about Africa. He got up, used his feet, his hand, and his head, and his natural gift, senses that God gave him, and go look for our ancestors. And communicated and met more than 9 countries about our condition and want to know about our ancestries. Hey, yo, listen here. Stop let Johnny come latelys even if them look like us. Keep preaching Marcus Garvey and dumb you down. Marcus Garvey information is there. The question to be asked on that is, since you have all the information and you know exactly what his aim and objectives were, how come you're still talking about it? And use Richard Branson, Virgin, as a yard measuring stick and leave that alone and move on, because Dr. Eric Williams is who invited His Imperial Majesty to the Caribbean, not Rastafari. Stop people, make people tell you a lie. Our thing is to know truth. Our thing is to give Jack his jacket and stop playing around. That's why people manipulate us, and now they're ready to manipulate our children because of the failures of us not synchronizing ourselves properly. And historians that we have here, their authors and their research modules is European. Their references are European. So when them leave here, them go Ethiopia and talk about Jesus Christ. They don't go Ethiopia and ask them and look at them and say, what kind of life we have. They already gone there and start espousing what is British to the people them. They're not good students. They're not people that want to learn anything. Them go there with this, that they're progressive. And these people are inferior. Now we're going to tell you what religion and what Christianity is all about. And Ethiopia, I'm the Christianity. What you see in Ethiopia as Christianity is Roman. It is Italian. It is British. The British was in Ethiopia before Italy. The British came in as friend. And when the Italians them start to come and beat up Ethiopia, the British was exiting with Ethiopian treasures. Y'all don't know history. And the history of it is leave England and go these places. I am giving you first-hand, authentic news. First-hand, authentic news. It's only 12 years now that me not gone back and forth to Ethiopia. I'm a second home. Well, you can call it, my second home. Because Africa is still my first, but Ethiopia, Eritrea, me love it. And my wife love it, said we. And my third home was Syria, but they mash it up. A lot of you want to say, well, why Syria? Well, that's a long story, long piece of information. You understand Syria? Like all the people them who want to talk about Bilal, they don't know nothing about Bilal. Them just have some 1 and 2 little sound bites. And that's not what me love Syria for. Me love Syria from an Islamic and a humanitarian perspective. But you have to go there first. You can't sit down and keep reading European things about everything and then quantify your logics based on them things. The only real scholar that unpick Kemet is Sheikh Antidiop. And he wrote where him find and where him understood. Him not decipher European documentation. No, stop it. So Africans have been here for centuries. And that's why they put all this stuff about Moors and everything. And everybody get the fixation with this Moorish talking, and it continue and continue and continue. And what they never said, that these people are Muslims, that these people are Africans, and that those people were betrayed by their own Muslim brothers that come from Arabia. When Al-Cid and Queen Isabella put the onslaught on us. They don't say how much thousands of Africans were shipped from Spain all the way to Mexico. They make it seem that Africans were in Mexico. Listen, the people them were extradited into those regions by Europeans and sank through the sanction of the popes and the bishops and the Spanish. That's what happened. When I need to sit back and look at that bit, it will hurt you. Gibraltar. How much of you know what Gibraltar is? It's not a damn rock. It's my father that put up such a resistance. Gibraltar. Oh gosh, man. And this is Islamic history, you know. But this is world history. This is African history in Europe. But through Islam and Muslims are so central in all of these things, it is being demeaned and put back, and now it's being transformed because we're there now. And we're unraveling and reading our history, our not even our history, our legacy, our dynasty, through Arabic. And the man is aware that somehow a lot of us hey, we're not obedient to him. We not take English as the classic. We take language, Kiswahili, Amharic, and Arabic as our our key interest. And the worst thing that happened to him that he's so angry about and vexed is that we're not just saying we, parlez-vous français and all of that. We know what we're saying. And we can translate what we're saying back into English. So that hurts him very, very much. And he knows he didn't play a part in it. So it's very difficult now for him to sway us one way or the other. Because he's now met people like like the previous people that he met centuries and centuries ago. That came among him and know how to speak for him language. And still kept their natural identity and heritage knowing their own language. Come on, people. Wake up, man. Stop being so domicile. Me come here, me say we can read. What do you think me I say? You think me I say we can read A, B, C, D, F? Come on, man. Come on. Get on it. We can read. A new generation of African Caribbean people in the diaspora, they're out. And nobody, I said nobody can stop me. Because me dead now, you kill me, arrest me. That not going to do nothing. You just take me out. You think so that the whole thing can stop? No. You can't stop it now. We have woken up properly. And our ancestors are helped with too. And we don't need no firemen, no fireman for come run up them mouth and carry on and carry on. No, no, no. Medical Shabazz, they are now. No for them. Medical Shabazz, they there now. Malcolm X, they there now. Stokely Carmichael, they there now. Walter Rodney, they there now. My grandfathers and my grandmothers, we here now. And any of you black British that don't understand them thing, they shut up and sit down, man. Take a rest. And let somebody else do what they do. Come on. A joke, man. When I give England and Europe too much credit, and now the people them got one on Facebook, got one, not Facebook, stuff for them. Them got one on Google and them thing there. Even the Muslim got strung up in the Google. Man, they go stand up at High Park and take him phone out and go Google it. Backside. I saw it a run. So now they want to discredit we little more. And we'll take it on. No. We must do is ask you, our so-called scholars, what the backside on that do? What were you doing? Where are you? Measure yourself now. And you see that they all hiding in a them luxury room and them sulfur. Huh? And them change them contact. You use the phone for call them. And you're not getting a response because them change them contact. Yeah, joke, man. I saw it the thing I run. So everybody I go out there now and them deal with theological arguments. What kind of way of life is that? Allah never tell nobody to do that. And the Prophet says never tell nobody to do that. The Prophet said, if the people them approach you, convey the message to them in the way that is good. Perhaps their sentiment may result to that which is natural, and it leads them to ponder and leave the rest to Allah. What is that? Convey the thing with beautiful preaching. What is that? La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. There is no God but Allah. And Muhammad is the messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Al-Quran is the book of Allah. It's the word, the testament of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Muhammad is the vessel that was given this media. That's it. It's a completion of everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ever revealed to human beings on this earth. Now, who is Jesus? I don't know. What? I don't know. Why don't you know? I don't know. There's no why in this. So what about this, the child of Mary? Okay, you want me to tell you about the child of Mary? Lay salam. They say, yeah. Okay. And then we just go in there, open up the kitab and just go in there. Surah to Miriam, we just go in there. Surah to Al Imran, and we just go there. So what about Egypt? So you got Surah to Al-Baqarah. And Moses, Surah to Al-Baqarah. Where am I dealing with now? The world matters. Say, well, I can't help you there. Go see your theologian. Yeah, you understand? Go back to your thing. So ain't you got a trying God? No. So what about the Holy Spirit? I don't know. So you sure you don't got no Jesus? I said, I don't know who that is. Who is it meant to be? Because you have some Muslims that tell us that if a Muslim don't believe in Jesus, right, and everything, they're not Muslim. Now that frightens the rest of the Muslim, them that turns around and say that them are supporters of Jesus. And then you ask the Muslim, now, can you give me some understanding about this Jesus that you're talking about? And that Muslim don't know. But the Muslim is saying the same thing that the Christian is saying. I'm thinking, oh, hold on a minute. You got a Christian-minded Muslim here. And it's not that he have a problem. The problem is that he's too educated. He's too educated. Why is it so? Because he's working to be seen among men. He wants some popularity. That's why the system was able to grab a few people, stimulate them to a point, and then turn around and call them radicals. Because they were not Muslims. And give them information, some form of information that tells them that anybody who don't agree or adhere to what they're thinking or saying should be beaten up or killed and all. And you have this whole chaotic thing. And then you have a lot of children that have, or people that have mental health issues, and then they've been sought after, and they've been mentally persuaded, and next thing you know, another problem. And the newspaper, them highlight all of these problems, and them call it terrorists, fanatic, extremists, so forth and so forth. And we as African people in the diaspora, we should not be part and parcel or get entrapped in such things. Well, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help me and help my family, because we just don't. We don't entertain them things. We have a criteria that Allah give to the Prophet and give to us. And that criteria is measured by the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the love of his Prophet. Not 1 million hadiths that can't be sanctified because of what the Yahudis and other wicked, terrible people have been doing. Yes. But how are you going to rectify that? How are you going to, you know, it's something's got out of hand. In our lifetime, it's got completely out of hand. The thing that cannot get out of hand and will not get out of hand, even though they're upon Google, is Al-Quran. Don't you see? So now you have African Caribbean people that feel so that they've been undervalued because they don't know about Shafi, Hanbali, Maliki, and so forth. And now they're going to spend the next how much centuries debating, arguing, and finding a lot of conjecture here, there, and everywhere. And they're still living Al-Islam. They're not projecting and attempting and advocating and be that light. Hear this now. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you the light and give you darkness that overshadows the light and give you light that overshadows the darkness. There's nothing like unto that. Because there's nothing like unto Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you light and give you darkness. And give you darkness that overshadows the light and give you light that overshadows the darkness. There's nothing like unto that. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And every human being on this earth, witnesses every day once they're alive that happening. Darkness overshadows light, light overshadows darkness. Simple. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us air, oxygen. No one knows where it cometh. No one knows where it goes. No one knows darkness. Neither no one knows light. But we witness it. We witness it. So, the persons who put this chain of black and white into the mix is to disrespect the African, but put the African in a place where they will not excel. Not excel into the life of academia but the transition from darkness to light and light to darkness, we find ourselves stuck trying to find out why this people is doing such to us. Why we're lamenting and being hurt and offended and abused. Are we striving for success, finding the path of Sirata Mustaqim? No, we're not. Because we're being distracted. We're being distracted. And he wants us to contest our very existence, which is still his also. And while we're being baited to do that, we're stagnant. Why is there a working with the evolution and understanding the evolvement and the evolution of life? Whether they do good or bad or indifferent, that's where they are at. Why is I'm stagnant? Why is we are stagnant? So we're just picking up crumbs as we go along. And our desire is to be on the path of Sirata Mustaqim, the right path that reveals truth and satisfy our souls. But we're not there. But then we know that we have Al-Kitab. So why are we not there? Because we're trying to please our oppressors. And Allah hates oppression. That means we're supposed to what? Stay away from it. And stay away from such people. Why then do we cling to them? Why do we go to them? Why? See? So no wonder people that kill all their children them, because that's the next generation. No wonder they're distorting them, because that's the next generation. No wonder that they're abusing and exploiting our women, because that's the product of the next generation, the producers. And the first teacher, the vessel, is the mother. So now the people that come about, black people's been here a long time. There was no African transatlantic slavery, so lies, the biggest. No, man, forget that. They're lying, right? The people them take way from Gambia, Ghana, Sierra Leone, and these places, across the world. But we also left our lands and come across the world. Now remember that they always been trying to tell you so much, especially Muslims as well, so much about the Moors, the Moors, the Moors, the Moors, the Moors, and it mean this and it mean that and it mean this and it mean that. When it all boiled down, the black people and so forth. But guess what? Nobody emphasized the fact that the people are Muslim. The majority of the people them were Muslims. It's not just Muslim came. We never had this big segregation or separation among people. It's just that at that period of time, we had so much scholars and researchers and everything, just like in Kemet. And these dangerous European people, them saw the richest wealth of intellectual wealth of people in Africa, and they started after them. And they were Muslim. Look at African American history good, you know. You see that they had thousands, millions of Muslims in America. In America. But then work hard for them to erase their identity. And they benefited from their integrity. Who sieved this out? Imam Wardi Muhammad and his administration. Even Imam Isa and others. This is factual. You can go today to Morehouse, Georgetown, and find all this information. And it's not written by Caucasian. It's Caucasian, them hold on to it like life. And you can go Bermuda in the Caribbean. And you can go to Jamaica and Trinidad. And you find remnants of Muslims. Not today's Muslims. Yesteryears. Just like you come here at Liverpool and you go to the docks and you find remnants of African Muslim Islamic tradition, Quranic texts written on bark, written on clear tablet, written on wooden slabs and thing them called slate. It's we. You can go all the way up to Glamorgan and these places. And you see black features like what them call that Robinson something. Huh? Where them used to call we golly this and so forth. With some red lips and bushy head. They're there. You can go to the White Cliff of Dover and see remnants of Turkish, Ottomans, and Africans. And then a joke. People, hey, Leo, leave them to something there alone. Worry not yourself with that, man. Listen this.
Whoa,
Listen good.
yeah, They make the world so complicated. Simplicity.
Yeah, you see me? On principle, some people try worry themselves. We have a broom that sweeps clean. You know why? It's the old broom. It no corner, crevice and corners them. And it also helps the mind. You know, see we do with juicing, it clears the mind, man. And it purifies the soul. It detox the body. You understand? Just don't sit there and deal with high grade. Make sure you get some good organic vegetables. Get yourself right. You know what I mean? Hey, yo, you see an elephant? It's tolerant, you know. Even a lion and a tiger and a cheetah and a cougar, they're very calm, tolerant, patient animals, you know. Because you see their surroundings, they eat that which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made for them. They don't go outside of that. You understand? It's when people them try to interfere with the environment that them have to defend it. And that's how life is, man. I tell people, you know, go up on Black Chat, man. I hope say Black Chat is 100. You understand? But I feel good that I can release some educational perspective up there, sir. And I'm still not say a word yet. Right? I put one letter up from one African brethren from Mali that him write to a Moroccan sheikh. Huh? You understand? And it comes with the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Yo, are we this, you know? You understand? So now listen, principal selection selected by me, Mr. Best. Listen carefully, man. Broom, sweet, slim, simplicity.
Yeah, they make the world so complicated.
Sure.
Simplicity. That's how I live my life in tranquility. Whoa, clean liberty. That's how I harmonize with my friends and my foes and my family. Simplicity. That's how I live my life in tranquility. Whoa, clean liberty. That's how I live my life. That's how I live my life.
And this is Rastafari brethren, you know. Not them artificial want to be and evaluate themselves because pusher come and shove them I get shoved, cause exposure I get exposed. Yo.
Well, Emmanuel I Selassie, I jump. Rastafari, this is Leaf of Life. Ho, ho, ho. Rastafari soldiers all over the world. Hear me now? Ain't nothing get territory. The guns and the bomb, them not necessary. Selassie at the head of the military. Man a Selassie I soldier, dignitary. Rasta territory. The guns and the bomb, them not necessary.
See? All them do go around, kill people and frighten people. You understand? And what we have to say, we're not frightened for you. Keep your nastiness to yourself. You understand? You try to dictate the earth and you still got to go in the earth. And that's because Muslims now explain the things them properly to anybody. They might talk Jesus all the time. You understand? Put the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the souls and heart of human beings. We are dealing with all this destruction thing for. At the end of the day, you still going to go in the earth. So it's better you just stop it and have a good innings and live and learn to live good. Spend more time learning to live. Where you support them, but them must spend time building everything to kill people like them are going to stay forever. It's not possible. It's not possible.
Saying no, don't tell me that they led you astray. No, don't tell me that. No, you believe what they're saying. No, don't tell me that they led you astray. Get to you, listen, get to you. Forward we have to move, not do the things that we used to do. Get to use certain things, not all for use. Don't turn your life in a drug abuse. Streetwise, yet crime for fools. Get to use for rise, you have to have a certain attitude. Streetwise, but crime for fools. Get to use for rise, you have.
See, that's the Rasta that accept Rastafari as a way of life. And we who are Muslim, it's a way of life. So why we not just work? Eh? Why don't we just put the light out there? Why we not just give the people them the vision, and show them not supposed to worry and be frightened for man? Why we not do that? Why we not do that? We try have a competition about something that God never asked anyone to do. And what is the benefit of this competition? Because the Muslim don't know nothing about no Jesus. So the hell you're going to enter an arena in a competition about something they don't know nothing about. And even a person who advocate this Jesus don't know nothing about no Jesus. And when you shock him with that now, you help change his brain. Because his brain has been washed or whatever you want to call it. So him get rational for a second. That could be something that's done good for him or her. Look how much thousands of us did in the church. And we not see no way of unifying ourselves as a people. All we are doing is segregate ourselves based on the two things we have. And if we just properly analyze the thing, one is fraudulent, one isn't. But you see that word, they're too tough for some people because they say it's still a disrespect the people them. I'm not disrespecting nobody. Because if 40-something people write that something there, how you going to come tell me say God did it?
Majesty. Persevere. No. Persevere. Hey. Yeah. Mama heart. Rock says she can't take it. She wanna go back. I relax and forget it. The hustle and the bustle and the everydays.
Isn't that strange? Right? You're going to tell me say a God thing. And everybody do something. And then when we corner you know, corner you and put you in a corner like Muhammad Ali, I'm going to let off all my pistons upon you now. You turn and say, oh, hold on. All those people were inspired. Say, oh, hold on a second. You said that the testimony come from God. Or you're going to change your tongue now and your teeth and your gum and everything and tell me now that it is these men are persons that's been inspired. You can't have it all these different ways, man. You're twisting all the time. What? You're twisting. You can't stop tell lie and you don't know when you tell the truth from the lie. All of it is the same. What do you mean? What do I mean is what I said. If it is God, let it be God. Don't tell me about some man who's been inspired. Because if there's a man that was inspired to bring the Bible, which we would accept, but you have 40-something different men, and then you had something that was done before, we don't know how much people did that, and then we know so that when I go up to Constantinople and sit down, and the Holy People was commissioned to do something. And then you had the Lutherans doing the same something similar. And after when I done having an inquisition, when I come to some common denomination. And even then when I have 4 distinctive bodies, forget the rest, 4 distinctive bodies that run this earth today along with this Bible. So why should I get involved in your problem? I don't know nothing about your thing. I can understand and see your problem now. I help you decipher it, but you don't want to decipher it. What you want to do is keep me trapped in some debate that is not fruitful for me. And help you to continue to persecute me and my people. So you stay in your lane and I will control my lane, God willing. And that we was educated to do very early. Even Elijah Muhammad project that. So the fireman don't do that. The fireman want company with them people up there. Come on, man. Wake up, black people, African people.
Ready.
Ah, yeah, Rastafari ever living. Rasta man now go giving. Only dirty lifestyle a living.
See? I saw, hey, that's what name? Capleton. You understand? That's Capleton. Right? So, you know what I mean? And we have to watch that space with everybody because 1 minute we see them one way, they let us see them one way, and them another, you know. Oh gosh, man. All this.
If for the high grade you're searching for, Stella Green Farms, that's what you wanna.
I'm a Stella
Green Farm, you know.
Yeah, you see the high grade now? People have met millions, you know. And we not met nothing. Yeah, government.
Yeah, this is Loot and Fire. Alongside Stella Green Farm, you know. Yeah. Light up a spliff each morning in my backyard. Sometime me bunny chalice be fun. Clean up the coachy rubber load to me landlord. Right there soap and veranda we see down.
Bibo! Don't get frightened, man. We're still there.
Yeah, man, nothing not greater than your herbs, you know. Yeah, that's the answer meditation.
Pressure them,
Great.
pressure them.
Sure. I just good herb. That's a common herb. Good herb.
1 year ago, we had licked that, man. Hold it.
Calling all soldiers.
See, I saw we bad, you know. So we just spin, because we don't want YouTube take way off, and then when we come for giving the proper information, we not there, you know what I mean? Because we do things proper, you know, see it? Yo, Mighty Diamonds, we're not about still, man. You have all about three minute this, yeah? I come from the Mighty Diamonds. Watch out.
People get ready, cause the time has come. Repatriation is a must.
And at that, man, so how much people have organized themselves? You know, we had a brother from England, you know, and walk from here to Abyssinia. Yes. Determined. You understand? Determined. Total determination. Yeah.
It's time for man to stop and look into ourselves. You see me, I say?
Black and white are white. Hey.
See, we try to keep everybody. So you see the judge now. The judge now was told, say, well, you know, said the area that you did now, and this police them come from Minnesota, and Minnesota have such jurisdictions and legal ramification in terms of the law and the aggrieved punishment and so forth. So the judge now take the 2 charges, not 3, and say, yo, you know what? We'll give this man 270 months. And the George Floyd people them want 360. You see? So when you listen back to it, and you see how George Floyd people them project themselves in the court before the judge give his verdict in relation to the sentencing. You know, I say we grew up seeing enough films already, enough movie, you know. So now me come and say, yeah, me want 360. And little more the judge come and say, yeah, you know, to Minnesota laws and writs and this and so forth. And we are taking out of the 3 counts. Instead, because the 3 would have been 10, 10, 10. That's 30. You understand? And if them say the first 2 is 10 and 1 is 5, you understand? That's 25. So the man them come and said 22.5, 270 and so, and then him gone. The way the drama work out is that people that believe say that all of that thing happened just then. No, lie I tell. The thing done sort out long time, because the judge say him done a 12-page dossier and everything, how him come to that conclusion and everything, and so forth. Now, him never went after them break, him never go in them room and do that, you know. What kind of reality thing people want people to believe? You understand? So all of these vain imagining things that people we grew up with as Rasta youth and I follow Rastafari through the good music and Rastafari through the reasoning and everything with the elders. We know I say that it joke, them are people, them a joke. You understand? The thing done started, them just make some little charade about it and everything. You understand? So people that get some kind of mental gratification and so forth and relax themselves. You see? Okay. So then the whole fiasco went on and you have Sharpton and this body and that body and everything. But then we have to watch now the other trials, you know what I mean? The other trials, because that said man back again with 3 of them people. Now we get to understand that he's the most senior officer that was present there. But then if you look back at the original video, then you see that the original people that did handcuff the brother and so forth, those people are not in attendance. And I'm saying they were the good ones. So all like me would have said, yeah, me want them people there now. Not to charge them, but to make them say what actually happened. Because when that man come, him take over the thing. He wasn't the one of the first set of police officers. Right? When him come, George already handcuff everything. Him come and rough up the situation. Yeah. You understand? That's what actually happened. That's what was seen, eh?
Jupiter, how the devil them address in here? Green link, how are this? No energy drink. Huh. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I did think them where you chat, put you in a that spot. Nobody know I see you. Respect we take it back to the way you are act. Nothing we no happy give you. The last time we let you in, you try kick we out, so we not let you back in. Now you're outside and knock, but too late the shop lock. Nothing we no happy do you. Go away, go away. Go back to who send you.
Sin, that's what me I say really and truly about them people that say big lie. Go back to who send you. You understand? Just go away. Go back to who send you, man. And stay there. Don't bother come out and try do nothing. Just stay right there. Stay with them who send you. Because we don't want that nonsense. We don't want no confusion over here. But we can't tell you that still. We can say go away. Right? So we're not going to try follow you. You know? We're not going to try follow you. Because a bad news, a bad thing you bring. Right? And we don't want it. You understand? We don't want a part of it. You see? So when we start, I get one of this tune here. These brothers. Sweet. Listen.
There goes my baby. You're such a lucky guy to have a girl like her. Shoo-doo, in the world, she belongs to you. But it was just my imagination. Baby, just running away with me. Just my imagination. Running away with me. Soon, married, and nice. Oh yeah, yeah. Cozy little home in the country with through children maybe. Or maybe 4 or 5 by 6. I tell you, I can visualize it all. This could be a dream, no dream or too real. All the same. But it was just my imagination. Once again, baby, just running away with me. I tell you, it was just my imagination. Running away with me.
Listen.
Every night on my knees I pray. Dear Lord, hear my plea. Should we take a love from me? Oh, I would surely die. Her love is heavenly. When her arms enfold me, I hear a tender rhapsody. But in reality, she doesn't even know. Just my imagination. Baby, just running away with me. It's just my imagination. Running away with me. I never got, but I can't forget her. Just my imagination. Baby, just running away with me. Just my imagination. Running away, away, running away, away, running away, away, running away with me. Come on, let me tell y'all. Tell y'all. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Just keep on running, keep on running away. 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 Just keep on running, running away. Right here. Just keep on running, 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 running. Oh yeah! Yes, sir.
You see what I mean? A we that. Listen.
I'm a young black man
doing all that I can to stand. Oh, but when I look around and I see what's being done to my kind, every day I'm being hunted as prey. My people don't want no trouble. We've had enough struggle. I just wanna live. God protect me. I just wanna live. I just wanna live.
See? I weigh that, you know. Listen.
Lord, watch over our shoulders tonight and help us save thy words tomorrow. Let's not forget where we're from, Father, show us the way to go. Said I must love and feed my enemies, and I'm gonna do it. Said I shouldn't hate or grudge, and I won't, not even for a minute. Let only truth come from our lips. Bless our souls, cause without you we can't make it. Lord, watch over our shoulders tonight and help us leave thy words tomorrow. Let's not forget where we're from, Father, show us the way to go. You're the wind beneath my wings, seen me through all little things. You lifted me when I was down, now you have me standing on higher ground. Lord, watch over our shoulders tonight and help us leave thy words tomorrow. Let's.
Yes. Two youth, you understand? Two youngsters, you see? So we're going to leave the thing good. You understand? God willing. Yeah, we're there again. Come in, Kalash.
Out in the street, they call it murder. So welcome to Jam Rock, camp where the dogs them jump at 2 pound a weed in a van bag. It in a your handbag, your knapsack, it in a your backpack. The smell like your girlfriend contact some boy and know this. They money come around like tourists on a beach with a few club sodas, bedtime stories, and buzz like the name Chuck Norris. And don't know the real hardcore cause I police come in a jeep and them can't stop it. Some cinema play a boy, rabbit. Money man a get dropped like a bad habit. Son up at the post stuff if you don't have it. Rastafari stands alone. Welcome to Jam Rock. Welcome to Jam Rock. Out in the street, they call it murder. So welcome to Jam Down. Poor people are dead at random. Political violence can't done. Fear ghost and phantom. The youth them get blind by stardom. Now the king of kings are called. Old man to picnic. So wave on a hand if you with me. To see the separation sick me. Them suit no fit me. To win election them trick me. Then them down to nothing at all. Come on, let's face it. I get your education basic. And most of the use them waste it. And when them waste it, that's when they take their guns to replace it. And them don't stand a chance at all. And that's why I end up little you save up some fat matic. With the extra magazine in a them back pocket. And a bitch a night I'm in a some black jacket. All in the lock clocks, them a lock rocket. Them will fill you up a current like a short circuit. Them a run a road backwards but the cops block it. And from now till the morning not stop clock it. If them run out around the broke back ratchet.
Yes. Yeah, I tell you. So we are going still, you know.
Father, oh Father, have mercy upon them who have mercy upon themselves. Mercy, Lord! Dread. You no know say Rasta dread. You no know Jaja dread. You no know say Jaja dread. Judge I, O Lord God, Jah Rastafari, and play thy cards up against these unjust men, cause thou art the Lord of thy strength. Why cross the earth? Why murmur? Father, have mercy upon thee, cause thou art thy son. Please send out thy light and thy truth. Let them lead thy, let them guide them to the holy mountain of Zion. Mercy into thy tabernacle. And from there I will go unto the altar of the Lord God, Jah Rastafari, and unto the Lord himself. And he will anoint to die. Rastafari.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
The spirit of the Lord God, Jah Rastafari, is upon I. Cause the Lord is anointed I to speak good tidings up unto the main. And he'll send I to bind up the broken hearted, and to proclaim liberty up unto the captive, and the hoping of the prison that is to them that are bound. Mercy, Lord! I was glad when they say unto I and I, come, let's go down into the house of the Lord God, Jah Rastafari. Our feet shall stand within the gates of Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a city that built compact together, whether the tribe go up or the tribe go down. Tribe of the Lord God, Jah Rastafari. Oh, pray for the people of Jerusalem, Selah. Let peace and love stay within thy walls, and prospect within thy palace. For my brethren and my companions' sake, I will now say, let peace and love stay within Selah. Oh, Jerusalem, you know this like how you know your own son. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. Judge I, O Lord God, Jah Rastafari, and play thy cause up against these unjust men. Cause thou art the Lord of thy strength. Why cross the earth? Why murmur?
Yes, you know what I'm saying. So, on Thursday, we will be discussing black. We'll be looking at black, God willing. What is this black? What is it means? What is it being projecting? Is it something that we should park up? What is the real definition? What has it done to us? Black. Just the word, you know, because we've embraced it. It's there, we use it, and it's been very destructive to us. But really, do we understand that? So, on Thursday, God willing, we'll look through that. So we'll go in now, give thanks, and all the football fans, them. Yeah, African history, man. We up there with it. So don't let the thing say big lie. Just write them back and say, yo, the biggest lie is the Palestinian lie. The other lie, the gigantic, ginormous, universal lie is the Bible. You understand?
Juice. That a bush, a talent man a push. I'm here say King Seller representing for Yaman Banana Production. Hey, you Green. Well, me see enough of them fight themselves and kill themselves. When them looking at the mirror, them look black like we. Fight themselves and kill themselves. Enough of them not really know about them history. Just fight themselves and kill themselves. When them looking at the mirror, them look black like me. Fight themselves and kill themselves. Enough of them not really know about them history. Break away from this life.
Hey, you see we? Over here, sir, we're good, you know. Don't swell your head, best. We're good. You see me search for that tune there, you know, for answer the thing. Because that tune is all me needed to play. That rhythm there, them lyrics, all me needed to play about that black lie, that African lie, and everything. You know what I mean? You know, I'm bad ever see nothing else. I tell you, because, oh. Yes, I am. Me there, man.
It seems so strange to me.
Guidance.
This brutality.
Because you see, when you live something and you really learn, you know, and you try to learn, right? And what the youth them are talk about in a Harlem about, do your research. Listen, those people them were put there to confuse. Those people were put there to sabotage and to create a vision among young activist minds like mine and yours and others. See? And then they got steamrolled, these people who are here to it, who felt good, because it sensitized us, because we needed something. Right? So there were scammers, and there are scammers. Right? So now the front people them have, through the pandemic, have tried to remodel themselves. Right? The rest of them run and gone. The biggest scammer about the school is remodel himself. The Breakfast TV and all them something there has aided them support him. And the sexual orientation, him use that too. So now he's a popular vein on the book and these other platforms. What has it done to hundreds and thousands of suffering young men and women who didn't see the Nation of Islam as something for them? Them didn't see Jewali as something for them. Them got hurt by Dr. York and the Nubian Hebrew and so forth. So, and it goes on. So here comes these people are spouting out the thing and using the platform of the new medium that's there. So why is they trying to remodel themselves now? Here comes the next propaganda from the same source, the same direction. I tell you, say, the biggest lie is that there were no slavery. Now, when you listen to the caption is really this, that it's been a distraction from the real thing. Now, when them show the image of the real, these images of the real, of what they're projecting as the real thing, African civilization is not slavery. No. African civilization is not Kemet. No. Kemet is a part of it. Timbuktu is the essence, one essence of it. But how much attention has been given to Timbuktu? That's an institution of learning. Mythology is what is being centered by the Europeans for black people to look into. And once we have done that, we're now following their lead. Whilst they have been stealing the remnants of that which was. And true, we haven't invested in learning African language, traditions and culture. We're just left to pick up the pieces from those who make certain things available to us, and that's the colonial bosses. I mean, our parents made that known to us very early. And this is Caribbean reflection. There were people on those islands before us. But yet still many of us think that we were the people there. And we have not been the people there, period. We were captured people that were bought there into the Caribbean.
It seems so strange to me, police brutality.
Soon from now, they're going to tell us that we exaggerated racism and police brutality. Soon they will tell you that, you know, that we have some disgruntled people that go on this way because them couldn't get what they want and rare, and they didn't learn very well and rare, and so forth. I mean, when would they ever stop? Because the thing that we're supposed to be invested in, we haven't. And then we have these people them that come up now tell about economical growth and everything. And the fact that we don't have care service and we don't have the means of our food supplies, and we're just the biggest consumer, behaving like we're illiterate. But yet still we are behaving another way like we know everything that are going across the earth. And we are the entertainers. So if we have economical, bright people, why haven't they look at those entertainers and say, yeah, what, this is what you need to do, and this is what you can also do to help the communities or the general population of us, the suffering people. Because they are hustling for themselves at the same time. There's no point reading a paper and people are telling you about the richest 30th persons of Jamaica in a dance hall and the richest top 50 persons in America in R&B and jazz and everything. Because then you sit here and say, wait a minute, what have we really accomplished? And the problem is, no point people that keep telling about Garvey, right, all the time, and yet still they don't buy a ship or several ships or some plane. And make the Black Star Liner be the centerpiece of any conversations to do with Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey don't like them people, you know. Him just say, what when I keep calling me all the time for? When they not do nothing for me. When they not represent me. Because to represent me is to implement my desires and aspiration. Yes. I mean, that's sense. That's easy sensibility. Very easy.
Black tears. Black tears. Black tears. Black tears. We no need no more. Black tears. Black tears. For years upon years, we've been shedding black tears, and now we're standing in quicksand. Now tell me who is to blame? It lies with us and no one else. shedding every day. Black people wasting away. Black tears drowning our minds. Black people walking blind. That's the wool of our eyes. Our future don't look bright, but we have the answer to shed no more black tears. Hey, self-pity done, no more talk. Time for black people walk the walk and take control of the situation. We cry peace, we cry love, but get no answers. Action will get a reaction. Stand up and fight, and that will stop the black tears we shedding every day. We will stop wasting away. No more cloud in our minds. No more walking blind. No more wool of our eyes. We future gonna be bright. We have the answer. Stand up for our rights. We're gonna stop the black tears. Black tears. Black tears. Black tears. Black tears. Oh. Black tears. Black tears. For years, up and years, we've been shedding black tears, and now we're standing in quicksand. Now who, tell me who is to blame? It lies with us and no one else.
Yes, step forward, youth. I tell you, Shabazz, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on your soul. May your family receive the message, and may your family digest it properly, and may all those who know you, or know of you and know you, pay homage and good respect to you. Because you did it a long time, you know. Burning an illusion and everything. Step forward, youth, and everything. Yeah, man. You see? So, we are say on Thursday we are talk, you know, and I tell you, man, life, we all have to experience death, so just remember that it's natural, you know. So, we are say black tears, you know, we got you a whole heap of thing. You know what I mean? Whole heap of thing. And when I was talking about the charcoal and everything, there's a person from Arabia, did in America a long time with all when before we lost Henry Clark, and Henry Clark exposed him, you understand? And so on. And him was doing a whole heap of thing. And what he's really doing, you know, is trying to distract African Americans from Al-Islam and African Americans from looking at Africa. You see it? And then create a whole heap of thing that Monday. See it? And then Google flooded the place with all them scripts and everything. You know? And then him take excerpts from Chancellor Williams, excerpts from various places, and then Marcus Garvey Jr. join it and grab up a lot of him thing and put out this. So I said that Islam and Muslims is this and that and rare and tear, and Arabs and rare and tear. You understand? And all we are says, yo, can't you see the charcoal that these people are use? You understand? Yeah? And we'll go to the British Art Society, you know. You understand? Me invite a woman across here and we'll just take her down to Leicester Square. You understand? Early evening, you know. Yeah. So we have to queue up with all the other people, them tourists that come for get them portrait. You see? And through, with I investigate Islam them time there, and the man them who sell the food round the corner and the kebabs and thing were Muslims, Egyptians and others, you know. So them kind of help me, make me feel good round the place there, and make the people them feel good because their shop is right there, you know. So these people have done so much sketches for me, you know. So at school, me know scribing and me know art and me know sculpture, you know. But the most important thing, we know scribing, you see. So when them people them did some things for me, it is ideas me have of things that me would like to see hang up on my wall in my house. You understand? By the time the people them finish the thing, you know, and so forth, all me needed to do is find somewhere to get it framed. To get it framed. And some people come on my house and see the thing them and so forth, and them want a copy, and I said, no, that come out of my head. And them say, what? I say, of my head, a vision me have of the love me have for this woman. You know, how me see her. I mean, I wait for her to arrive here in England for so much years, you know what I mean? And walking about St. James's Park and everything, and taking photograph of scenery and the sky background. I just had this vivid vision of something that me feel is pleasant to my feelings, you know? And I just translate that thought to the artist, their Leicester Square. You see, and them just sketch out when feels so that I am revealing out of my mindset and what he did. Come on, let me see where am I doing. Him just tell me for keep talking. What he did was pleasant to my eyesight and my feelings. So me know how it go. But art and scribing, you know, once you know how to use that dark shade and grey pen, you're good. You're good. You're good. You understand? And now people have this Google platform and all these things. All you have to do is write some text and put this on. You understand? And them always show you some turban person with beard, right? Having these black people are whipping a black person, right? But when you go look at Ghana, you see black people that take black people into the dungeon. Huh? You have to wait long time to see the white man. And when you see the white man, where him there? He's on the seaside. He's on the shore. He is receiving me on him on the boat and then on the ship. Yes. You understand? And most of them holding dungeon, there's no artifacts to show a set of people or anything like that. You understand? It's just the stench is there and the chains and shackles and everything that was there, still there, rusted, and the poles them that was planted into the wall and so forth. Everything. Yes. And you got Ethiopia now, you don't see that farmer brutality, you know, but you see prison. And then you go to other places and you see that there are dungeons where there was conflict between myself and some people in Benin and everything. And the people them capture, and that's me capturing my own, because we had a fight. And we bloody him nose enough. So we capture a lot of the people, of his people them, from that district. And they become our servants. The white man come and call them slave. And some of them we give back and take women. And some of them we don't give back. So that shows you, even in the fight, instead of killing all the people, then we just capture them and keep them alive and make them work for we. And some we exchange for women. Yes, exchange them. And if we know that them, any other war we had before, conflict we had before, that them capture some of our people, then there's an exchange for our people them back. And if we beat them up this time badly, so we have a whole heap of them, now you know, so that we want all our people back to Rotted before we give them back any, because now we have the upper hand. And so it go, used to go. But then here comes these man them from Portugal, these Portuguese and other people, and Germans, and them coming there and then little more of them get musket, these gun thing. Yo, they were not treating us good. They were deciding to take people away. Because you have to look at Africa, you know. Right? The great civilizations of Africa, it's not those mystic things. You understand? It's intellects. It's real development. Architecture and everything. People are scribe. What do people them tell you that Africans them never write? What kind of nonsense and stupid lie that is? You understand? And why was it necessary for Britain to change academia in Africa? Huh? To make the people them donkey. So they removed their structure and put theirs in place. Come on, you lot. I mean, seriously. When I don't have no understanding. And the history of the Caribbean, you know, we were very rebellious. And they found ways of dealing with us. Them chop a lot of our heads off and put on stick. And them deported a lot of us to different islands. And if we go across there now and start the same thing again, it's either the hand or the foot amputated. And then them start put we with among one another that we know, well, them feel so that we never speak the same language or we couldn't understand one another. That was another part of the weaponry. Intellectual weaponry. All me want the people to do is that the International Criminal Court take Britain and America and Barbados and Jamaica to court for killing Maurice Bishop and the administration of Grenada. Yes. You understand? And them do that. For no reason but jealousy and envy, and that we must not be independently minded and intellectually prudent. Come on, man. So I say, I'm always doing this. You know. That's what those people did to us. You know. They done that. They done it intentionally. They done it deliberately. You know. They knew exactly what they were doing. Is we today that have to speak the truth and make our children them know that that is exactly what happened. Guidance. Y'all don't stop using the ginger, you know. Inflammatory problems, right? Digestive problems, immune problems, respiratory problems. Come on, man. Get down to the ginger here. Yo, don't just go out there and buy ginger beer. Buy the ginger, grate it and everything. If you don't have a juicer, find someone have a juicer, buy the ginger, get them, pay them a money like me for juice it for you. I'm willing. You just have to have a glass bottle at my side, man. That service soon come. We soon put it up there, so you can Uber juice me. You know what I mean? Call in order and boom. You understand? Within 20 minutes of you calling in, we'll work with it. By the time you get here, right, you have another half hour for go home, drink the not drink the ginger, but any juices, you know what I mean? So we're going to go on. Watch out for our webpage and information, right? Green, you know what I mean? Nobody not going to tell you say that a fraudulent are the biggest lie, are the biggest truth, ginger. I want a big hand.
Give the little man a great big hand. Give the little man a great big hand. He don't sit behind a great big office desk in black shoes, three-piece suit, white shirt, tie, and all the rest. Give the little man a great big hand, because the job that he's doing, we benefit from it too. Whether sweeping streets, mopping floors, or whatever work we do, give the little man a great big hand. Give the little man a great big hand. He don't sit behind a great big office desk in black shoes, three-piece suit, white shirt, tie, and all the rest. Give the little man a great big hand, because the job that you're doing, we benefit from it too. Don't you let that office desk and the rest make you feel that you're any less. Give the little man a great big hand. Give the little man a great big hand.
You got to ask God for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You got to do your research for what you believe in for. You got to invest your time, your energy, all that, so you can do what you supposed to do and excel in it. Y'all be thinking y'all waiting on God, and honey, God be waiting on you. What you waiting on? Do your part.